Ah, no. While I'm waiting for people to join, I'm playing with these new little features that I haven't seen, and it's really trippy and distracting, and I wish to stop it, but I don't know how yet. Okay. Hi! So, you guys haven't seen me on live in, like, forever, but that's not really why, or the point of why I'm here. I've come to deliver a message, which is the point of why I'm here. But pardon my absence. I do take long leaves of absence because I'm still balancing my own inner workings, and those are important because if I'm not balanced, I can't give anyone else balanced advice. Hey everyone. Hello. Hello. Hey. Hi. How are you? How are you? Okay, so if you're feeling it, share it. If not, don't share it. Be stingy. Keep the love to yourself. You know, sharing is caring, though. I'll also probably be uploading parts of this video on YouTube. My thoughts are a little scattered, so please pardon my delivery if the delivery is strange. So, lately I have been inspired to talk about changing yourself for the wrong reasons. And so this video is called Not Your Type. And if you've looked at my page recently, I made a status that started out with the whole sentiment of not your type. And the general idea, which we'll expand on to a broader topic, is kind of like the example of when you're interested in someone, whether it be male or female, unicorn, whatever, you're interested in someone and you don't necessarily feel like you align with this person. So because you don't align with this person, you change yourself to more so try to fit what this person seems to like or what this person appears to like. And in the end, you still find yourself in the same predicament, a bit disappointed. You've changed yourself, you're unhappy, and this person still doesn't genuinely like you because your changes weren't actually genuine. And there was just a disalignment of energy. So, not your type is more so at this moment about aligning yourself with energy that aligns with you, and stop trying to align yourself with people that don't align with you, because it's work, it's effort, it's time. So we find often that in that case scenario, let's say because dating is the easiest option to use, let's say you're dating this guy and he really likes short hair, but you have long hair, and like you really want him to notice you, so you cut off all your hair. Don't do that. You cut off all your hair. And so you think because you cut off your hair, he's all of a sudden now going to like you. But then there's other things. He likes librarians, and you're not a librarian. You're a flight attendant, and all this other stuff. So you just change yourself till no avail. And he still doesn't like you, or she doesn't like you. Whatever the case may be, the person still doesn't like you. We kind of have to redirect that same energy back on ourselves. No different than another example of the whole principle that I'm trying to get to and talk through myself with is, you know, you want someone else to prioritize you. You want someone else to notice you. You want somebody else to invest their time and energy on you. But what's really going on? Are you investing time and energy in you? Are you prioritizing you? Like, how can you expect other people... I took the filter off because I'm still glamorous without the filter. Hey. How can you expect other people to want to prioritize you, to want to give you energy, to give you time, if you're not doing those things for you? Your ability to place value on yourself and do that with action is going to be what attracts the right opportunities and people in your life. Because it's not just about relationships. It's about opportunities. It's about larger things. It's about life goals. It's about jobs. You know, sometimes we'll see this job and we want it, and it doesn't necessarily align with our purpose. So we go through all of these things to change ourselves for this job. We change our resume. We tailor the resume to get this job. We dress completely differently. We buy new clothes. We do all of this stuff to try to prepare ourselves for this job that we want. But if that thing that we want doesn't innately or intrinsically or honestly align with who your energy is or what your energy is or what your purpose is. It doesn't matter how many times you change your clothes, cut your hair, talk differently, rewrite your resume, try to attract this job or this person or this opportunity. If it does not align with your passion, your purpose, or your plan, it's not going to work and it's going to fall apart. And you would have just wasted time trying to align with something that is not ever meant to align with you. Instead, looking at the energy that you've just spent and trying to do all of these things, changing yourselves for things that are not for you and things that were never for you in the first place. For me, everything always comes back to what I've been saying a lot lately between Instagram and here. Comparison kills the soul. Comparison kills the soul because I say this all the time. I've said this in previous videos. You could be so fixated and so focused on this image over here and trying to achieve and attain this image and trying to achieve and attain this status, this lifestyle, or whatever this image is that you compare yourself to, that your true purpose and your true plan and your true passion and your true goal and whatever you need to do to align yourself could be over here. It could be completely over here. But right now you're busy looking in this window. But this isn't the window that you need to be looking in. So all the time that you spend wasting looking in this window, you're now missing all of your blessings that were for you over here. Because I myself, some people may not believe this, but this is what I live by, is the things in this universe that are meant for you are for you. And they're not for anybody else. So that job that you really want, that you got disappointed because you didn't get it, it was not for you. That person that you really wanted to date, you got all disappointed about, it wasn't for you. And you also have to realize, especially because I like to talk about interpersonal relationships because I see that's where a lot of our problems lie, interpersonal relationships. You should never be in a position to where you have to feel that you have to do all of this stuff to like glam yourself up, to make yourself glittery and gold, to make someone appreciate you or love you or notice you. Because all of that energy, one, is something that you could be reinvesting in yourself. But two, if you actually have to do that, if you have to go out of your way, if you have to go through all of these things, these changes, these things that don't align with who you are naturally to attract something, to attract an opportunity, to attract a person, that person, that opportunity was never meant for you in the first place. That person, more specifically, might not even be worthy of you or worth your time or whatever the case may be. And sometimes I have to give these lessons, especially for dating, because I see so many dating blunders happen on my timeline, and it's actually quite sad. You see all of these people trying to change themselves and mold themselves to fit into a container that was never meant for them to hold. You're doing all of this stuff to like duct tape your relationship together instead of just naturally letting it fall apart and looking and saying, hey, maybe this thing is falling apart because it's not meant to be. Maybe I'm not, I'm repelling these situations and repelling these people because they're not for me. You could have, an amazing talent as a chef or a cook, but you're not honoring your talent. And so for some reason, you look at this lifestyle over here and you're like, I want to live this luxurious lifestyle. I want to be a corporate person. I want to have this big job. And you go and you buy all these clothes and you dress up and you try to fit the part. But just because you look like the part doesn't mean that your soul fits that part for you. So you could be missing your talent and your calling. You could be this grade A top chef. You could cook for the world. But right now you're trying to fit into a container and a mold that does not work for you. So no matter if you dressed yourself up to look like the mold, your energy still won't fit in it. And it will still repel and it will still reject. Which is why I said something on my status the other day. Actually, not the other day. Earlier this morning. A few minutes ago. An hour ago. Who knows? I have no concept of time. Something that looks good doesn't mean that because it looks different or because it looks good that it is not the same as something that you've already encountered. Because energy is energy. Energy can take different forms. Energy shapeshifts, which is why you have to realize and look really closely at the types of people that you're attracting into your life. Look at these people. Okay, they could all look different. Okay, this guy over here, he could have looked like this. He could have dressed like this. This guy over here, he didn't look like that guy. But both of them, when you compare the people that you're attracting into your life, you could like pick them apart and be like, hey, this is the same energy. I'm coming across the same energy in different packages. And then your lesson there from then on is, why are you attracting this energy? What about you is attracting this energy? Because at the end of the day, I always preach responsibility, and responsibility over your energy, and responsibility over what you're magnetizing to you, because not being aware of what you're attracting does not make you not responsible for it. No different than what people always say in America is, just because you're ignorant of the laws don't mean that you're not held accountable to them. So you could be breaking laws all day long. You didn't know they were laws. It doesn't mean that you're still not going to be held accountable for the things that you did not know. So just because you're ignorant of what you're attracting and what energy you're attracting, it doesn't make you any less responsible for what you're attracting. Every day you have to be able to be like, hey, Diandra, check in with yourself. You've been going through the same types of situations lately, and like, I really would like to blame somebody else. However, it's not a coincidence that I'm attracting the same types of people or the same types of situations. Like, what is this? What is it about me that's putting out that energy is returned to me? So you have to realize that a lot of the situations that you see yourself in are reflections of some part of yourself. Nope, it's not actually that comfortable to think about it that way. No, it's not actually fun when we have to hold ourselves accountable for situations that we end up in, and we would like to blame it on life. We would like to be like, life is so random. Oh, the planets are doing this week, so I feel like this and this is happening. You know what? Planets are always doing something, and they're always bringing, again, still reflections of ourselves into our spaces so that we can look at ourselves in a different picture, in a different person, and be like, what is it about me that is attracting this energy? So you could be attracting all sorts of different types of people, and they all seem to have all the same types of issues, and then you should stop. Instead of complaining about all the people that you're attracting that are all the same, take a moment, step back, breathe through it, boo. I know it's not great, but this is your moment of accountability. And you're like, hey, wait. Oh, that was me. There's something deep down there that I haven't really resolved yet, and that energy just keeps manifesting itself in other people. Jeez, that sucks. Yeah, it sucks, but then you have to take the time to do something about it, and stop trying to involve yourselves in all these things that you would like to project, all these things that you like to compare yourself to, and actually work with the root of the issue. Because remember, again, I'll say this again, the package may look different. The door may look different. The doors of opportunity may look different. One might be painted blue, one might be painted red, the other one could have polka dots and shit. But it doesn't mean that when you open those doors, that what's behind them isn't all the same thing. So don't get distracted in what the shit looks like. Don't get distracted in what your opportunities are looking like. Don't get distracted in what these different people that are coming into your life look like. It's not about what things look like. It's about what they are at the core, because energy does not lie. Energy does not lie. Energy does not lie. You can misinterpret it, and then that's you lying to yourself. You can have an illusion about it, and again, that's you lying to yourself. You could even be ignorant. Oh, I lost my bendy. No. You can even be ignorant about it, and still you're lying to yourself in a way. But energy does not lie. It is what it is. It is what it is all the time. So no different than what they say about beware of a wolf in sheep's clothing. That sheep may look like a sheep, but honey, if your intuition is correct, and if your intuition is right, and if you've spent time working on yourself and aligning yourself and knowing who you are and what you are, when you see that sheep, but you know that sheep that's a wolf in sheep's clothing, you'll be able to feel the wolf. You won't get distracted by the sheep costume. You'll be able to feel in your spirit, in your heart, there's a wolf in there. I don't care what my eyes are telling me, because your eyes and vision, again, your eyes and your vision will lie to you. Even in a scientific manner, look at it this way, because people like science. They don't always vibe with spirit, but people like science, you feel me? So, everybody does not see things the same way. No different than some people are colorblind. No different than some. I can look at my desk and be like, this is brown. Somebody can look at this desk and genuinely say that this is closer to black or closer to gray, because something in their optics reads a color a different way. No different than you can look at an object in the nighttime in a shadow, and to me it could look like a person, to the next person it could look like a dog, to somebody else it could look like a fucking mailbox. Cool. So human beings on a scientific level, do not see things with our eyeballs the same way. We don't interpret shape, color, form, any of that in the same way. So if you know that your eyes will literally lie to you, like you could be looking at that miles per hour sign. You could have glanced at it. You thought it said 35 miles per hour. Okay, but now it really said 25 and you just got pulled over because you went above the speed limit. It's because your eyes lied to you. You saw something that was not there. So again, just because you saw it as something else doesn't mean that you're not going to be held accountable for what it really was. So your intuition has to be on point. Because again, your eyes will lie to you, but your energy, that energy will not lie to you if you've taken the time to sharpen your intuition and sharpen your sense of self. When I apply this back to interpersonal relationships, family relationships, friendships, work relationships, especially dating, when we desire something from somebody else, we have to realize that that's the energy that we're actually desiring from ourselves. Everything that we project outwardly is just a condition of what's going on the inside. So I'll say that again, probably not the same way, because I can never say things the same way twice because I confuse myself. So what we want from other people, what we project to want from other people, is actually what we're desiring from ourselves. So what we say that we want from others is really just a byproduct of the things that we genuinely want deep down inside. And somebody said your intuition can lie to you. Your intuition won't lie to you if your intuition is on point. And that's not your intuition. People need to stop. There's a difference between your mind, your thoughts, your projections, and your spiritual gut instinct. That's a complete difference. Don't mix up the two. Your mind and your interpretation of something will lie to you because your intuition is, if your intuition is on point, your intuition is on point. That doesn't lie to you. That feeling, that gut energy is there. But the way that your brain interprets it, the way that you put your emotions into it, that will mess you up. But again, the things that you want from other people is really what you want from yourself. So you are begging somebody for attention. You're begging somebody to love you. You're begging somebody to be like, hey, here I am. Here I am. Look at me. I'm over here. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. See me. Pay attention to me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. That energy that you're putting out, you want somebody else to notice you, you want somebody else to look at you, you want somebody else to adore you, you want somebody else to love you, you want somebody else to pay attention to all these wonderful things that you're doing. You want somebody else to validate your existence. Oh my God, look at me, I'm doing this. Oh my God, and it's so great. I want you to notice me. I want you to notice me, notice me, notice me, notice me. Oh my God. That's your spirit. Your spirit is like, hey, pay attention to me. Your spirit's like, hey, love me some more. Your spirit's like, hey, validate yourself. Your spirit's like, hey, you want this person to recognize you. You want this person to recognize you. You really want this person over here to just, admire your existence and think you're so wonderful. Do you think you're so wonderful? That same energy that you're putting into somebody else, you want somebody else to give you this attention. You want somebody else to give you this energy. Are you giving yourself attention? Are you giving yourself energy? Nobody else is going to invest in you and you're not investing in yourself. No different than on a practical level, a business owner. Say you're a business owner, you want a loan. You want a loan from somebody. You want some energy from somebody because energy is energy. It's currency. It's whatever. It's energy. It's exchange. You're a business owner. You want a loan from somebody. And you go to this person and you're like, I need $20,000 to start my business. That person is going to be like, okay, show me what you've done. Show me what you've worked. Show me. Even if you haven't, okay, maybe it's just an idea. Show me where you wrote your idea down. Have you researched your idea? Show me where you put the energy in looking into your plan. Have you written a plan down? Do you have a business plan? Show me the energy that you've invested in yourself so that I know the investment that you're requiring and wanting from me is worth me giving it to you. And that's the same thing with people in your life. You want so many, you want all these, you want this person, you want that person, you want validation from this person, you want energy and attention from this person, blah, 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 blah. Just like the example I gave you, it might not be $20,000 for a business loan, but that person is still going to look at your life and say, you want this from me. You want me to give you energy. You want me to give you emotional investment. You want me to give you spiritual investment. But are you doing that for yourself? Because what proof do I have to look at in your life and say, this person is worthy of me investing energy into? This person is actually doing what they need to do for themselves. No different than, okay, on like another example, you want to be a housewife. You want to be taken care of. You want to marry somebody that's going to take care of you, and you just want to be a housewife. But when you look at your surroundings, your room is dirty. That kitchen ain't clean, honey. Did you do your laundry? Like, hold up, something ain't making sense. You want what? You want to do what? You want to get married? You want to be a housewife? You want to stay at home? You're not taking care of your own home. How are you going to take care of somebody else's home? How is anybody going to actually think that you can take care of a home? That's just a simple example. So, you want something. The person that you want it from has to be able to see that there is evidence of you actually doing that for yourself first. It starts at home. It starts with you. It doesn't start out there. It starts right here. You want to be a politician. You want to be a leader, but you can't lead. You don't know how to lead. You're passive. You let people walk all over you. You let your brothers and your sisters steal your stuff. You let people talk to you however they want to talk to you. But you say you want to be a politician. You said you wanted to be a leader. Who is you leading? And everybody is walking all over you. It starts with you. Your energy starts with you. Your ability to align with what you want starts with you. So if you are failing to provide yourself with the evidence of therefore you being worthy of something, you aligning yourself with something, you being able to receive something, there's a difference between wanting something and actually wanting it, to have it, to get it, to pursue it. You can want things all day long. You can want things all day long. I can want $1 million all day long. I can want, on a simple level, I could go want some juice around the corner. I can want that juice all day long. I can fantasize about that juice that's around the corner. I can think about it, fixate on it all day long. The juice isn't going to pop up at my doorstep. I've got to get in my car, or I've got to walk to the store to go get that juice. That is how I know that I've aligned with the thing that I want. But if you are not aligning with the thing that you want, that thing is never going to happen for you on any given level. So I gave you very simple examples because they're easier to understand. No different than you want to be a housewife, but you can't take care of your own house. So who is going to look at you as a wife if that's what your idea of a wife relationship is? I do understand and realize, for those listening, because everybody likes to play on your words, that's not idea of a relationship. I'm giving you simple examples. So you could want to be a housewife all day long. You could want to attract this person. You could want to attract this husband so you can just, take care of this house. But you can't take care of your own house. So this man that you're dating, that you want so badly to be your husband, he's going to come over and he's going to see your dirty ass house and be like, I'm supposed to marry you? No, that's not going to happen. So before you think about the things that you want to attract in your life, think about, are you actively taking control of your energy to attract them? Because, a lot of people are attracting things that they don't like. They don't want them. But you're attracting them. So you could be attracting this archetype of exactly what you don't want. But honey, it's coming to you. It's coming to you for a reason. It's not coming to you for no reason. It's coming to you because you've got the bait for that. You're putting out the bait for that thing, whatever that thing is. You just need to be careful about what that bait is. And reel it back in. Take some time to think about the things that you need to do and fix in your life before you worry about all the things that you want to come to you. Because messy energy is messy energy. I know when I have messy energy. I can tell. Okay? I have no problem saying when I have messy energy. There's no shame in my game, honey. I'm self-aware. I talk to myself about it every day. I be like, Diandra, girl, you're a little messy lately. Do you see the types of people just coming in your life? These flaky opportunities. Like, what is this? And I be like, Diandra, you was flaky. Honey, you was flaky. You've been flaky. You see how you attracting all this flaky shit? You've been flaky, boo. How can you work on not being flaky? So accountability is awesome. And the thing about accountability is it's like you don't have to tell anybody else about it. Like no different than me talking to you right now. I can't see any of y'all. Y'all are in y'all moments of self-reflection right now. You listening to my words and you thinking about, oh, I did this last week and I said I wanted to do this. I tell people all the time with simple examples. No different than somebody can say they want to lose 10 pounds. but they still eat tasty cakes. You don't want to lose 10 pounds, sis. You don't want to lose that 10 pounds. You don't. You're still eating tasty cakes. You want to lose that 10 pounds, maybe. It's an idea. It's a dream. But your energy, your actions don't line up with the things that you want in your life. You want to be free of people. You want to be free of trauma. But you spend time with people that cause you trauma. People in your life can be blockages. Okay, that's a whole nother thing. People in your life can be blockages. And I'm going to tell you that it doesn't mean that you're not responsible for the fact that they're there to cause you a fucking blockage. You're still fucking responsible for that shit. And I'm going to tell you, I read myself all day, honey. I read myself all day long. I don't care. Like I said, no shame in my game. I spent 2.5 years with somebody that I knew was a blockage. I knew they were a blockage. I mean, my intuition was yelling at me, gnawing at me at night. It was boxing the shit out of me. It was like, girl, you hurting yourself. You was abusing yourself being in this relationship. It's a blockage. Honey, it's a blockage. Your blessings aren't going to come to you till you remove the blockage. And I spent 2.5 years with what? A blockage. And as soon as I made the decision to be responsible for my energy, not anybody else's, not how anybody else treated me, when I made the decision to be responsible for my own energy and remove that person from my life and be like, sorry, bye. Time's great. No, actually, it wasn't great, but bye. Then you can be like, hey, I was like, it took a moment. It was a little uneasy at first, but then literally that same month that I decided to take accountability for removing the blockage I knew was a blockage out of my life, doors started opening up for me, honey. People, better quality people started coming into my life, honey. I started getting treated the way I wanted to be treated, honey. I started getting the job opportunities that I was blocking before, honey. I started getting the things that I needed from life, honey. Universe will not give you anything unless you're able to receive it, unless you're in a receiving position. If you're not in a receiving position, it's not going to happen for you. If you are not open, you're not free, you're not ready, you're not up with your arms up, you're not ready, there is nothing that's going to come dropping out of the sky because the universe knows you're not ready for it. Like, no different than you say you want another job, but you're really having a hard time maintaining. So you want to upgrade, you want a position, you want to raise. But you can't handle the job you got now. You can't handle the responsibilities in the job that you have now. So until you show the universe a sign that you've got your shit together, then those blessings are not going to rain down on you. You're just going to be in a state of limbo. That's what a lot of people are in. And again, not shaming anyone because I'm not here for that. But I do believe that there has to be a certain level of accountability. And I'm going to tell you like it is. Honey, y'all always know that I'm going to tell you like it is because I be telling myself like it is, okay? Unless you're in a position and you've actually put yourself in a position to be in a receiving state, you're not going to receive. You'd be wasting your time. Just wasting your time waiting for something to change. When the change has to happen with you, it's no different than being docked at a boat, at a pier. You're on your boat, but you got the rope tied to the dock. And you're like, why am I not moving? Why am I not exploring the ocean? Because you was tied to this dock. You tied that rope to that dock. Duh. So until you remove the rope, you're not going to go anywhere. Until you change where you're at, where you're going, until you change the obvious things that are blockages in your life, you're going to continuously go through the same situations. This is why I don't waste my time with a lot of shit anymore. I don't. Because it's a waste of energy. Especially with what I do. First of all, I have to maintain my own life. I have to maintain my own sanity, my own spiritual balance, align my own chakras. And then on top of that, I have to be responsible for y'all. Not all of y'all. Some of y'all. Okay? And I have to listen to what's going on in your lives. And I have to give you, unbiased advice. And I have to give you support. But that only goes but so far. I cut people off. Because, honey, I can only give you the same amount of advice over and over and over again before I'm talking to a brick wall. And at that point, I have to remove you as a blockage. Because then I'm wasting energy and breath. You have to be able to take charge of your own life. Somebody's not going to walk with you hand in hand all the time. We're adults. We're grown people here. The days of somebody walking us across the street are long gone. Nobody is going to hold our hand and try to walk us through traffic anymore. It's you. Now, if some good Samaritan sees you playing in traffic and you're having a hard time and they're like, hey, let me help you out. Let me help you cross the street because I think you need a little bit of help. And they try to help you and you still want to play in traffic, then there's something wrong with you. People are not obligated to help you. People are not obligated to give you the tools. It's a blessing when somebody comes into your life and gives you the tools. It's a blessing when you get a message or a sign that, hey, you're going on the wrong track, or, hey, you're going in the right direction. Good job. Or, hey, maybe you need to tweak your approach a little bit. But guess what? Even though we get these nice little things, these nice little nuances or whatever that help us along the way, they're not guaranteed to us. And some people don't get them at all. No matter if you get the signs or no matter if you were never given the signs, we're still held accountable for our actions. And some people have made it very far in their lives without actually having the help, without having the assistance, without having somebody hold their hand through it. So at the end of the day, there is never any reason why you cannot take foot and step up in your own life and see where you're at and make the changes that you need to take for you. Pity parties, they don't last long. And guess what? The attendance level be low as shit, honey. Don't nobody like to attend pity parties. When I want to have a pity party, I have them with myself. Okay? I set them up in my own room, but I don't invite anybody to them because nobody wants to be there with you for that. And if they are there, it's very short-lived because people get sick of that shit. People get sick of hearing the same thing over and over again, over and over again. Sis, you got to do something different. Sis, you can't do this. It's annoying. Take charge of your own life. Look at it this way. How much sense does this make? Look at a vehicle. Look at the vehicle as your life. You're driving. You're driving down the highway. That vehicle is always moving. That vehicle never stops because life doesn't stop for anybody. Time doesn't stop for anybody, honey. It keeps going. So that vehicle, it never runs out of gas. It's always going. But are you driving the vehicle of your life? Are you driving the vehicle of your life? Are you allowing somebody else to drive it for you? Are you sitting in the back seat while you're just watching this car swerve all over the lanes, honey? What are you doing in your life? Have you stepped up in your life? Are you driving your own car in your life to where you want to go, wherever you want to go? Or are you letting other people hop in the driver's seat for you and you're taking the passive passenger seat and you're complaining about where your life is going? Are you in the back seat while your car is swerving all over the lanes and you're crashing into shit, you're bumping into shit because you're scared to take rain, but honey, you're doing all the damage from the back seat? It's the same thing. Would you, if you're on the highway, would you stop driving the car? Would you stop driving your car? Would you, while the car is accelerating and moving, would you climb in the back seat? Okay. There's smart cars nowadays that drive themselves. But that shit, man, that also malfunctions. Computer glitch, it's malfunction. You just hit a wall. So you can't be an autopilot but for so long. You can't be an autopilot but for so long and then sit back and wonder, damn, it's been 3 years. It's been 2 months. It's been however, and nothing has changed in my life. Nothing has changed because you haven't made any changes. Nothing is going to change. So be responsible for your own energy. 1. Stop trying to align yourself with people that do not align with your soul purpose, passion, plan, agenda, whatever the case may be. Stop trying to date these people and get people's attention that do not belong in your life. Do not change yourself for anybody because those changes that you make for other people, they will not stick. They will not last because you didn't do them for yourselves. The things that matter, the things that last, the things that have longevity in your life are the things that you do for yourself. And until you start doing things for yourself, for the betterment of yourself, it doesn't mean that other people won't benefit from those changes that you do for yourself. But that shouldn't be your intended goal. Intention is everything. If you're making changes for somebody else, those changes aren't going to matter. Those changes aren't going to stick, and they're easy to just go away. If you stop smoking cigarettes because your boyfriend doesn't like them, the minute you guys are in that relationship, more than likely you're going to keep smoking cigarettes. You have to be able to say, I want to stop this habit for myself. Somebody else, again, may be able to benefit from that, but that shouldn't be the reason that you're doing the things that you're doing. Stop trying to align with things that are not for you to align with. What's for you in this life is what's for you in this life. No different than I said earlier. Your path, your plan, your purpose could be over here. It could be in this little box over here. It could be in this window, in this direction over here. But you're so fixated on this picture. You like this picture. You think this picture is wonderful. But you've failed to look at your own value. You failed to look at your own worth. You think that this picture is a better picture. It's not necessarily a better picture. It's a different picture. Because you realize that everybody is on a same type of, journey. A lot of us are going to end up in the same place. But our paths may be different. And it doesn't make any one better than the other one. It has to do with you living your spiritual alignment and fulfillment. There are very wealthy people that are miserable on the inside. And there are very poor people that are very happy. It has to do with your spiritual alignment. And if you're not in alignment with the energy in the direction that you want to go in, it doesn't matter what the outside package looks like. You're still going to have to be dealing with the energy. So remember, that's why people say that everything that glitters isn't necessarily gold. Just because that person looks better, dresses better, smells better, doesn't mean that they're better for you, because they could still have the same energy. Remember, a wolf in sheep's clothing is still a wolf in an outfit, in a costume, in a disguise. We disguise ourselves all the time. We put on costumes all the time. But the point is, we shouldn't have to. We shouldn't have to dress up to get the attention of somebody specific. We shouldn't have to change ourselves or mold ourselves for some type of, desire or outcome. Because what is for us, we will align with naturally, intentionally for ourselves, not for anybody else. So, again, I'm done. I'm going to post this to the wall. I'm going to post this to Facebook. I haven't been doing these in a while, but I felt the need to say this. Love is love. Criticism is criticism. I feel great about everything. Share it if you felt that it helped you. Don't share it if you felt that it didn't help you. Keep it to yourself. Be stingy. I don't care. Do what you do. Because at the end of the day, if it's for them, they're going to see it. If it's not, then I'm cool. So, love you if you don't love me. Love you if you don't like me. Love you if you love me. Have a great day. I hope everybody has a great day. All right, bye now. Bye now. This has been a segment of Fairy Fantastic Fridays, and we're out.